Today we met so that I could have a look at your swim stroke. The first thing we worked on was your body position, but when I looked at the video in slow motion, I also noticed some other things that we can work on in the future. The first one was breathing timing. Here you can see that you're turning your head after your hand is already pushing down. Also, because you're putting your hand in, crossing over the center line, you tend to be pushing out to the side first and then pulling back. It's just something that doesn't make you quite as efficient as you can be. The next thing that I see is that instead of your elbow really pointing out to the side of the pool, that it's tucked in next to your side, so it's slipping through the water and you're not catching as much water as possible. We have that here from a couple of different angles. Here you can really see how it's rather close to your side instead of pointing directly at the side of the pool. Again, the elbow should be up closer to the surface of the water in order to be swimming like you were in shallow water. Here's just another position. If the elbow were up closer to the surface, the hand would be closer into the side of your body, ideally. And this isn't something that we really worked on when I watched you swim, but it's something that we certainly will be working. Here you can see with your right arm, you're really pushing straight down instead of swimming with more of a bent arm and pushing back, which would push you forward in turn. With the left arm, you're starting to do that, but I'm definitely looking for a lot more than what you're currently doing. Here I was just looking for a high elbow on the recovery. Typically I like to see your lower arm closer to your body because that promotes a better natural body roll. It's not super important, but definitely something that's easy to fix. Here you can see your hips are getting closer to the surface of the water, almost breaking the surface on every stroke. The reason why I took the video from above here was so that you could see that typically you don't have either arm out in front of you at any point in your stroke here, and that's something we definitely have to work on. Here's a still shot where your recovery arm isn't in yet and the other arm's already pulling. Entry is close to the center line with the right hand crossing the center line a lot of times with the left. From under the water, here's how it looks. What I'm seeing is with that left arm, you're kind of crossing that center line, which forces your hips to kick out to the side. We really need to work on keeping that entire body very straight. You can also see that your right leg is tending to kick down further to balance you. These are all things that just don't make you terribly efficient in the water, so I would definitely like to see you work on keeping your legs closer together when you're kicking, and as we work on the shallow arm catch, that should help this as well. Now towards the end, I had you go ahead and swim doing the catch-up drill, since that's what you really learned how to do. The most important part of this is really leaning on your chest in order to keep your hips up towards the surface of the water so that you can indeed move through the water. This is going to be hard for you to learn just because you've been pulling back so much earlier than you currently are, but doing the catch-up drill will change the way you swim, will make you much more efficient and effective in the water, and also allow you to start the early catch, giving you at least another 2 feet of catch to your stroke. So this is a really big improvement. Keeps your body nice and long and tall, and that's what I'm looking for in the future. Lots of good things to work on.